we are back for the One Pride freaking podcast. We talk all things Detroit Lions, news and rumors, and we get at it with the mailbag segment where you guys run this show and have fun talking about the NFL. And we got a good one for you folks tonight. Yes, we do. We got some panelists on here that I'd like to introduce you to, and we got Antonio Hightower. What's going on, Antonio Hightower?
What's up, guys? You know, it's your resident positive Lions. Ready to talk all the positive things about the Lions.
Definitely not positive at all. We also got Mark Oram from Oram's Forum. What's going on, Mark?
Woo! What's going on, guys? Let's talk some Lions football today. We're right around the corner from some football. Friday night. Let's go.
Detroit Lions football is almost here. Tomorrow night, final preseason game. And then we finally get into the regular season where we actually get to see some legitimate football and see how this team does. Before we get into all of that fun stuff, we're going to do some shout-outs. We got Jerry from Twitter. What's going on, Jerry? We got Derek Watson, JW, Jamie Ward, Andrew Lunsford. What's going on? Randy Daniels, Samsonman, Jorge. What's up? Alan Data, Patty Grimes. We got Justin May, the rapper, Corey Langram, and we got Ready Athletic Kazu Ninja. I think he's talking about Kalamazoo. Hopefully, Ninja there. What's going on, folks? We got a good one. We're going to talk all things Detroit Lions. We're going to get into the latest news. We're going to talk about some players. We got some games that's really important coming up to specific said players of making this team, and we're going to get into that right now. Let's just jump into it. What's going on, Martell Mountain? Frog Crop 9 Drinks. Welcome. Yes, week 1, and it's real. Mark Oram from Oram's Forum. What player are you looking forward to seeing tomorrow night? What is a guy we need to pay attention to for this Lions versus Colts game?
Well, there's a few guys, but one guy that I'm keeping an eye on is wide receiver Breshad Perryman. This is a guy that was signed on this football team to be the wide receiver 2 next to Tyrell Williams. And he's been nothing but inconsistent through camp. He's gotten hurt. Khalif Raymond has literally taken his job from him. He snatched it right from his arms. He hasn't done anything to prove. Now, I know we don't give this guy a lot of money, but he was signed to be that wide receiver 2. So I'm going to keep an eye on him. I want him to stay healthy. I want to see what he does. He needs to go out there and make a couple catches. I know there's not going to be – I know Jared Goff's not playing, but David Blau, Tim Boyle, whoever sold him the football, he needs to show out. And that's one guy that I'm definitely keeping an eye on is Breshad Perryman, and a slew of others too as well.
No doubt. Definitely watching Breshad Perryman. I mean, you've been talking about him since we got him. Interesting how he potentially – I think you were talking about how he may not make the final roster since we've got him. Do you still conclude this after what we've seen so far in preseason training camp and the other day where head coach Dan Campbell talked about Breshad Perryman, and it didn't seem like he was too high on him?
No, it didn't sound good at all for Breshad Perryman. He literally said, he goes, he just hasn't seen enough of him. So that's kind of almost like, you know, the black rose, man. You're getting the black rose there for Breshad Perryman. That's almost a kiss of death. He needs to show out. I still think he's literally on the bubble now of making this football team. And there's going to be guys like Tom Kennedy that might make this team over him. Now, the one thing going for Breshad Perryman is his speed. Speed, and he has size. So what this regime wants, they want guys that can at least create some separation, that got some size to them. I don't know if they want to get a bunch of little guys out there, but hey, Dan Campbell has preached it. He has said, go earn a spot. He's literally said those words. I want to see guys go earn spots. And Breshad is one of them that has not earned it. Now, let's see what he does this Friday night. I think he's on the brink of being cut. I literally do, for real.
And that is what he's been saying since he actually became on the roster. Very consistent there with Mark Oram. Now, you see that guy doing the arms there? That's Tavai. He could be on the brink as well. But make sure you guys hit that like button right now. We got 43 in the building with 20 likes. Let's get to 40 likes. Why? Well, because I would really like that, and so would Chat Sports. What's going on, Gridiron Blitz? Welcome in there. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and we will get at that talking about the other players to get cut. And he thinks it's Prashad. But Antonio Hightower, what is one said player that you are paying attention to that the audience should look and pay attention to as well?
I guess I'll just have to go with Jelani Tavai as a cop-out. Penei Sewell is not playing, right?
A lot of starters are not playing. It's not 100% confirmed with Penei Sewell.
Well, if he plays, he's going to be the number one guy I'm watching, but a guy who could be cut. It's definitely going to be Jelani Tavai. So I need him off the roster last week. I needed him off the roster before we got rid of Mulbach. But, let's see if he improves. Let's see if he looks better. Let's see if he can take a starting. Let's see if he can take a linebacker spot. I'm not betting on it. I bet my life savings on him not doing it. But, he's probably a big guy I'll have to watch because, man, why is he still here?
The questions that are going to go, answered on for generations to generations. Why do humans exist? Are there aliens out there? And the next said question that may never get answered is, why is Jelani Tavai still on this roster? I don't know, man. Let's talk about Tavai. Let's transition to Tavai. Out there, do you guys want Jelani Tavai on this roster? This one is simple. Why for yes and for no? Look, y'all know how I feel about Tavai. To the nah. And I think this panel is kind of in that same. We'll get into it with Mark Orem. But what do you guys say? Let me know, and I am definitely going to shout you out. Because right now, we got, I think, 3 no's. So right now, 3 individuals, that's myself and the 2 panelists on here, say no, he should not make it on the roster. But, hey, it's just our opinions. So let's see what you guys think. We got Tavai sucks, Mike Austin. I'm going to say he's a no. So that's 4 no's right there. 4 to the no. Okay, Sam says no. Martell, no. Tavai the new water boy, no. We got Jamie Ward, no. Karen Preston, no. He's right now 100% no. We got Andrew, no. Randy Daniels, no. Tavai is garbage. Absolutely facts. But no way, Alan. Mike, let me in. Well, did you get into your thing? Let me know. We'll try to figure you out. While that happens, I'm going to send this one to Mark Orem. Talk about Jelani Tavai. Should Jelani Tavai make this roster?
As of right now, absolutely not. The best thing that happened to Jelani Tavai is Sean Dion Hamilton going down. I literally think that he would have been cut by last week if Sean Dion didn't get hurt in camp. We put Sean on the IR. He was showing out in camp. He was a smaller, faster linebacker. He was playing his position too. Now, this is a guy that was, that came out, drafted in the 2nd round. Nobody knew who he was. So he was doomed from the start here. He was already doomed from the start. Played out of position a little bit, played overweight. Patricia asked this kid to play at 270 pounds, Jelani Tavai I'm talking about. And he lost all this weight. He was supposed to be this quick linebacker coming out in his 3rd year. He's supposed to be showing out. He was getting some praise from Aaron Glenn and all the Dan Campbell. So he's supposed to be this guy that was supposed to be fast. He's supposed to be being able to read plays. He's the same. I think he looks worse than he's ever did. I know it's 2 preseason games, but I see no difference in this guy. He can't read a play. He's too slow. He's literally knocking on death's door. I think he's going to get cut, but he's going to get every opportunity. He's going to get every opportunity on a Friday night. I guarantee you that we're not going to see him coming off the field for 4 quarters. He's going to play 4 quarters because they're going to get a real good look at him.
Antonio Hightower, what do you think when you think of Jelani Tavai? Should we get take a good look at him? What? Let me know about Tavai.
Oh, man, I love Tavai. Love him. That guy's going to get us the 1st overall pick the way he play. Man, I was rewatching the preseason game. I just want to see how bad he was again, And then and it's crazy because him and Maben was in at the same time. And Tavai's thing is supposed to be that he makes plays in the run, but the guy making all the plays in the run was Maben, even though he was getting killed in the pass, which I don't know why you had him guarding tight ends anyway, but that's a whole nother conversation. Tavai don't do anything at a good level. He surely doesn't cover, can't rush the passer. It's not a good blitzer. And he's not good against the run. He provides nothing to this roster. It's not like he's this young player who's athletic with a bunch of talent that we should take a shot on. He provides nothing. I don't know why he's still here. Honestly, I said he was trash. I'm like, listen. Some people's like, let's give him a chance, and ain't nothing to give a chance to. Should have get rid of him now. He's just a waste of money right now.
Do you think that he actually makes this roster without being biased? Do you think, or he legitimately does not make this roster?
I don't see how he could. The fact that he's playing I don't see how he could. But I don't know. Maybe the coaching staff started him last week just to see, how he could. Maybe they had a little confidence in him. And that game probably killed any confidence they might have had in him. But he hasn't done much in camp. It's looked horrible in preseason. And guys like Pittman, Barnes, and Maben have all looked better than him. I don't know why and he doesn't even really fit the system like that. There's no point of keeping him.
We got the Dern on here. Dern, first up, what's going on, buddy? Hope everything's going good. What do you think about
going well.
Jahlani Tavai?
Oh, man. I watched him play. I'm one of those guys that tried to give him the benefit of the doubt because of Patricia's scheme and everything, but after watching him through preseason, everyone can tell that everyone else was right when they said the Lions reached for him. He had no business being taken in the second round. I mean, I think Detroit probably will start him again this week, on tomorrow, just to showcase him. Maybe they can trade him to a team for a 7th round draft pick and maybe a bag of chips. I don't know. I don't think he makes our team, though.
That's funny how you're talking about him being for a bag of chips. Now, I'm actually with you here. I would really love for the Detroit Lions to somehow trade away Jahlani Tavai for a bag of chips. I mean, Doritos is pretty good, just depending on what kind you like. But if you can get anything, anything for him, that would be absolutely nice. But we bagged on this guy, talking about chips. But let's turn around and talk about another linebacker, a stud linebacker, a 4th round draft pick linebacker. Let's talk about Derek Barnes. Mark Orem, what have you liked about Derek Barnes? What is a shocker? Tell us about Derek Barnes and the people out there.
Man, the stuff that I was really shocked about Derek Barnes is how fast he really is. His explosiveness is off the charts. And one thing that really stood out to me about Derek Barnes too, and from doing my study on the kid before the draft, pre-draft, and all that for everything, is how well he actually was in coverage. He's made a couple plays in coverage. It was something that he didn't really do a lot at Purdue. He wasn't really asked to do a ton at Purdue. His main objective was to get the quarterback, play the run, shoot some gaps. Didn't really have him dropping back to run with tight ends or running backs. And he's done that. He's done that in a small sample size right now in preseason. He's made some really nice plays in pass coverage that has really impressed me. And it just seems like right now the game is slow for him. So he's playing against some some 3rd, 4th guys, 3rd teamers, 4th teamers. I want to see this kid now play with the 1s and the 2s. Now we're not going to see that this week versus the Colts, because the Colts aren't going to be playing a lot of starters as well. But we're going to see him out there, and it's just I've been pleasantly shocked about how smart that kid is and how explosive he is.
100%. I am absolutely loving Derek Barnes here, folks. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think of Derek Barnes? I think right now he could be the steal of this draft. I mean, that's how well he's been playing. If you look at his statistics, he's up there top 5 pretty much on everything so far in preseason, and that doesn't do him justification for the work that he's been doing, because if you watch him, he's watching the eyes of the quarterback. He's following what the quarterback does. He's sideline to sideline. He is everywhere where the football is at. He got mad at himself that he didn't get an interception. This is the type of stuff you want to see out of a young player. And when he's interviewed, when he's up on the podium, to me, he looks like he's been playing this game for a long time, Dern. What do you think about Derek Barnes? What have you seen from him that you think how he's going to play this year?
I don't know how I can go after you guys. You pretty much said everything. Thank you, by the way. He looks like he's a dog. He looks like he wants it more than everyone else. And I feel that the coaches want everyone else to feed off that excitement, feed off that hunger. And it, to me, would be a bad decision to choose Anzalone over Barnes for how much he was injured right away. And so how much work he had to put in to get back and get up to this speed and show how much he's dominating. I think Barnes should be starting with Collins.
Yeah, when it comes to what we're seeing on the field, no doubt about it. I think that Derek Barnes should be starter with this football team immediately. He has the upside that you're looking for. He has the tangibles and the intangibles that you're looking for. Antonio Hightower, what do you like about Derek Barnes that kind of shoots out at you, what he brings to the Detroit Lions?
One thing I like that, former players Jared Davis and Jelani Tavai have not done is his ability to read plays, but not only read plays and act quickly. Because those guys, they would literally just read a play and they would take like 4 or 5 seconds. By the time they're out of position, the play is over. Barnes reads plays, gets downhill quickly, and he's already pretty athletic. So that's something I really, really like. I've been slightly impressed with his coverage ability. I still have to see more. They haven't asked him to do a lot. And we're going to be facing offenses that was a pretty basic offense we was facing in Pittsburgh. Our first game against 49ers is going to be a real test of Barnes in coverage, because that scheme is just very tough for linebackers because they get mismatches and put them in situations you don't want to be in. And I like what I've been seeing out of Barnes. I don't know about – he could be steal of the draft. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. It's been some really nice dudes that lay in the draft and playing well, but Barnes has definitely been a surprise.
Jack says, how do you say that Derek Barnes should be starting against when he was playing against third stringers and makes much sense as Reynolds starting over? Mark, why would you suggest that Derek Barnes should start? It makes much sense.
I'm not really saying that Derek Barnes should start right away. I'm not there quite yet because, yes, he has been playing against third stringers and some fourth stringers, but he just seems like he's a kid that just knows the game. That's why I want to see him with the 1s and 2s. We're not going to see it this Friday. Anzalone is the starter apparently right now. As of right now, these guys know what's going on. Dan Campbell and them, they're going to put their best out there that they think. But I'll tell you right now, we're going to see Derek Barnes playing week 1 versus the 49ers, bar some injury, knock on wood. We're going to see him out there 100%. Now, I'm not saying that he should be starting, but I tell you right now, the kid looks the part. You see him out there. There was one point where he was out there on the sidelines yelling at his defense on the sidelines, going up and down when the guys were all sitting down. He was reaming somebody out. He was reaming out his guys, but it was in a positive way. It didn't look like it was in a negative sort of way. And that's a leader. He just has that. You can just feel the aura from that kid. The kid is something. I want to see him play versus, obviously, the 49ers. I don't see him starting right away, but you're going to see him out there for sure.
My suggestion would be, who's the future of this football team? Is it Jelani Tavai? Is it Alex Anzalone? Or is it Derek Barnes? That's the way I see it. Derek Barnes, the future of this football team. He is going to be one of the pieces that is going to help change this roster. That's why I want to see him out there. No doubt. Is he going to make mistakes? Yeah, he's definitely going to make mistakes. Rookies make mistakes. No doubt about it. But if you want this team to go in the right direction, you need to throw these guys who's going to be actual pieces to this team out and get them that experience. No doubt. You've seen other teams do it, and that's what I think about Derek Barnes. Get him out there. Craig Reynolds, let's talk about Craig Reynolds. Should Craig Reynolds make this football team? Dern, what do you think about Craig Reynolds?
The way he runs and the way he can make those cuts, it seems seamless to him. So, I mean, would I want him on the team? It's really hard to say. I guess the way he's performing, I want the best players available. I haven't seen much of Jamar. Swift seems like he's hurt. How many running backs are we keeping? That is my question. I don't want Reynolds starting. I'm going to say at least practice squad.
They said about Reynolds over, that makes much sense as Reynolds being the starter. Well, first off, our starter is DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is much better as a running back compared to the starting linebackers that we have. It's not even close. Jamal Williams is our second-string running back. Our depth at running back is way better than our depth at linebacker. That's not even a question. Linebacker depth is sad right now compared to our running backs. Running backs maybe have one of the best depth in all our team right now. Antonio Hightower, Craig Reynolds, what do you want to see from him, and should he make this team?
I just want to see him continue to, dominate like he has. He's been playing great. I would like to see him make this team. I don't know if he will. It depends. It depends if they're going to keep 3 or 4 running backs. We haven't seen a lot of Jamar. And, even though he's a 7th-round pick, they clearly liked him coming out. And, I think at this point, if Craig Reynolds has one more good game, I think they're going to push. I think he's going to push the team to keep 4 running backs. And I think that might be the best move at this point because he looks really good in preseason. Now, it's only preseason. But, that's all we got to base everything off of right now. So I'd like to see him make the team.
I absolutely like to see him. I've been a fan of Reynolds since he came in. The guy had every chip stack against him. Comes in, introduces himself in a huddle, tears it up. Okay, it was just one game. You want to see consistency. Could he do it the next week? He comes in the next week and does it. Okay, well, it's third stringers, maybe some second stringers in the mixed in. Now he has an opportunity to do this again. If he does it again, this guy should make this roster. He should. We're going to have injuries to the running back position. We already seen it with DeAndre Swift. Not saying it's going to be a long-term issue, not at all. Hopefully not. But it's a 17-game season. You want to be able to have a positional group where you can rely on a running back. And I feel like when it comes to his vision, when it comes to him hitting the holes, he's got a very good cut. He seems like he's got a very good head on his shoulders if you listen to his presser. I trust him right now over Jamar Jefferson, who I do like. Dern, what do you think about Craig Reynolds?
I already went with Reynolds.
Okay. Well, do you think he should be taken over Jamar Jefferson? If there is between the two, what do you do?
I feel like Reynolds had shown a little bit more than Jamar from what I've watched. I don't know how the coach feels about both, but the story for Reynolds, what you said is right when they picked him up, he introduced himself in a huddle and then goes off. That's pretty good in my opinion. I don't know how much time he had to study the playbook and everything, but he made plays. I haven't seen that many plays made from Jamar. But I like both. It's really hard. I don't know.
And see, it's a double-edged sword, folks. This is something I think we have not had the great depth at running back, I think, throughout many years, but now it looks like we really do got some good depth. There's some teams that wish they had the depth at running back position like we do. And so, actually, really good, Aaron Burden. I was watched the play. I don't know exactly where it was, but this is a great question. He's talking about his blocking ability. Craig Reynolds ran up in there and stuffed the defender that was trying to get, I don't know maybe it was David Blau at the time. It was an amazing block, and I got to find that clip. I got to be able to post it to show you guys. From what I've seen, it's really good. Again, 2 preseason games. We want to see more, and that's what tomorrow night's for. But we have very good depth at that running back position right now, and it's going to be hard. Because obviously, I think Jason Kabinda is going to be there, no doubt. I think Jason Kabinda, obviously Jamal Williams, and Swift. They're going to be in there. So it's going to be between Jermar Jefferson and Craig Reynolds. If you want to stash somebody on the practice squad, who will not get picked up? I think that would be the question. If I'm Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, what player will not get picked up? And I have a feeling Craig Reynolds would get picked up by an active roster, a team like the Rams. I don't want to see the Rams get him. You know, they got some pain right now at the running back position, but that would be the question and answer, and probably how I would do this thing, because I'd love to have them both. If you could get Craig, say Craig didn't make the 53, he's landed on the practice squad, I'm fine. As long as he's on this team, or Jamar with the same way. I just want to see him on this roster. What I also want to see is we got 130 in the building. Let's get to 75 likes. With your help, I know it can get done. Just smash that like button. It's free to do so. No crazy stuff. We will be doing the mailbag segment at 7:15, so in 17 minutes. You got questions. We're going to go ahead and answer them for you. Let's talk about Tom Kennedy. He's been a topic of conversation as of lately. Antonio Hightower, Tom Kennedy, wide receiver. He's been trying to make this team, I feels like, for 50 years. Should he make this roster, in your opinion?
Oh man, that's tough because
very tough.
The dude's guaranteed to make the roster: St. Brown, Cephas, and Williams. Then you got, I forget the wide receiver we just got from Tennessee. I forget his name. I think for the 5th wide receiver, I think he probably should make this team for this 5th wide receiver spot. Unless I'm forgetting somebody, there's nobody I can really think of that really deserves that spot. Perryman hasn't showed us anything, right? And Kennedy's been killing in the preseason games. And while it's preseason, he's shown more in the preseason games than I've seen Perryman show in years. So, plus he's younger. At this point, I think it should be Kennedy because, if his competition for that last spot is Perryman, I'm choosing him over Perryman.
What do you guys think in the comment section? Should Kennedy finally make this roster? The guy's been grinding for years to make this roster. Should he make this roster? Because our depth right now at wide receiver is a little bit sketchy. I'm going to tell you what I think about this wide receiver group. Initially, I think he should make this roster. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to stay on here the whole time, because I think the Detroit Lions really need to look at the waiver wire when teams get down to 53 and see if there is any available body that can help out this team, because we need help. We need help. But what do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know. Y for yes and for no for Tom Kennedy. I will shout you out and put you on here. Uncle John Dunanimous, what's up, man? What's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Should Tom Kennedy make the roster there, Mark?
Yeah, as of right now, he definitely should. He's a guy he's showing up in camp. He's showing up in preseason. Dan Campbell has professed his love for this kid already. He said he loves the way he plays the game. He's baby Amendola out there right now. That's how he plays. And Campbell came out and said that they were trying to get him involved in some new special team drills today. Yesterday they put him in some drills, I guess, as a gunner and a jammer. So it's something new to him. It was very limited reps, but they're trying to get this kid on the field and they're trying to get him to win a spot. And like Tone said and Dern has said, we've all said, Perryman is just not up to par right now. He's not playing well. He doesn't deserve a spot, but it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game, and it comes down to a numbers game. And Kennedy could be the odd man out. It's just he's been a guy that you could stash on the practice squad again, because I think this new regime wants size out there. They want size, and Perryman's that type of guy that's got the size and got the speed. So I think he gets lost in the shuffle, a guy like Tom Kennedy.
Definitely, I agree with you, Mark. He gets lost in the shovel for sure, and it can happen. But we got Corey says, and again. And again. When you do the and again, it happens. But we got yes for madness. He says yes for Tom Kennedy. Clemmer says, should absolutely. Uncle John, yes. Corey says, unless they find someone better, yes. Patty, yes. JT, yes. Alan, yes. Jamie, yes. John, yes. Andrew, yes. Put Kennedy over Perryman. Shaking my head. Tom Kennedy, good. About Stenberg. Yes for TK. TK should make the roster. I think Kennedy is practice squad only because he doesn't play special teams. He's back to practice squad. And again, Randy Daniels, yes. So we got a lot of yeses for Tom Kennedy. But darn, if there is another individual that we can find that should we keep Kennedy, or if there's some guy that gets dropped that could really help this roster, kind of that has more size, that typical guy that you generally hear about as a wide receiver, someone a little bit bigger, should we take a flyer or keep Kennedy?
You know, people are probably going to hate what I'm about to say with all those comments. You guys are absolutely right. He is in a tough spot. We don't need any more smaller wide receivers. We already have Amon-Ra St. Brown, and we already have Khalif Raymond. So the odds of him sticking to the team, especially if they find a bigger guy that gets dropped from another team, are very slim to none. Now, would I want to keep him? Yes. But do I think he's going to make the team? I do not.
Yeah, see, that's the difference, is do you want versus what you think. And I think people get mixed up in that. Well, you know, what do you think's going to happen? I actually side with, I think he's a practice squad guy. I would like for him to make the team, though. I feel like he's earned it. I think he's did everything. Like, this dude's been trying to get on this team. And all you can ask for as a wide receiver is what? To catch the freaking football. We've seen drops in camp. He's not one of them. Khalif Raymond's not one of them. You want to keep the guys that can go ahead and catch the freaking football. But we'll see what happens. There's definitely, like, we're going to get the initial 53, folks. That's not exactly what it's going to be. You know, there's going to be guys that get let go and brought in because who knows what other players get released from teams. Don't know. I'd love for Hicks to get released from Arizona. I tell you what, add them to the linebacking core, I'd feel pretty freaking happy. In 11 minutes, we're going to go to you guys to run the show, where you guys will go ahead and just run it. Let's talk about this game really quick to the fellas. What do you want to see in this game? What do you want to see? Antonio Hightower, Lions versus Indianapolis Colts. Prediction: Lions win, Lions lose. Doesn't really matter unless you're betting, and we'll talk about betting here in a minute. But what do you want to see? What's the one thing you want to see in Antonio Hightower, Lions versus Colts?
I want to see better QB play, specifically from Blau. I mean, not from Blau, Boyle.
Yes.
Because, man, they paid, you know, they expected this guy to make a roster spot, and he did not look up to par last week. Him and the passing game look better on a consistent basis for me right now.
Yeah. Boyle is definitely not looking too good right now from that. But Mark Oram from Oram's Forum, what do you want to see, as there's some issues with connectivity of Antonio Hightower? What do you want to see from this game?
Yeah, man, there's a lot of things I want to see, man. I want to see who's going to lock down this nickel corner spot. If it's going to be, I don't think we've even seen Nickel Roby-Coleman out there. Is A.J. Parker going to make this team? A guy like that. Another guy, Jelani Tavai. There's a lot of guys that I want to see. Craig Reynolds, I want to see if he can win himself a spot. Jamar Jefferson. But mainly I want to see guys stay healthy. I just want to see healthy bodies, nobody get dinged up for this game in particular, because I know it's going to be the backups versus the backups. That's what it's going to be. The good thing about Dan Campbell and Frank Reich, they have literally talked to each other about this, and they both agreed that they're going to start their backups. So I just want to see mainly health, and I want to see a couple battles that are going to be determined.
No doubt about it, folks. We don't want to see injuries. That's it. That's the number one thing. Knock on wood. We haven't had a major one. Definitely don't want to see any injuries. Dern, what do you think, man? What do you want to see versus this Colts game that's really important for you to get? What information do you want to see?
I was listening to Jeff Risdon earlier today, and he said that Blau has surpassed Boyle as the number 2. I want to see if that's true. If they start Blau, it'll kind of tell me quite a bit. And I want him to succeed. I like Blau a lot. I like him better than Boyle, in fact. I want to see how the backup offensive line do. How is Stenberg going to do? He had a pretty good game against the Steelers. Mm-hmm. Can we run the ball? And what wide receiver is going to step up? Someone has to step up.
Yes, I mean, definitely someone's got to step up. What young wide receiver is going to step up? I would love to see the young guys in there. What young guy can step up? What I want to see is Craig freaking Reynolds. I want to see this guy start the game, not finish the game. I want to see him start this game. I want to see him versus Jamar Jefferson. I want to know what back is going to be that guy for number 4, number 3, depending on how they use Jason Kabinda as a fullback. I want to see that competition. It's time to give these two guys the touches and go back and forth. Like you said, what wide receiver is going to step up? I don't know who they're going to play in at wide receiver. You know, some of these starters are not going to be playing. But I want to see, can Sage Surratt, does he deserve to make the practice squad? Okay. What about McKinley? He looked pretty good last week. Want to see it again. Just like Antonio Highsauer said, I want to see the quarterback start well. David Blau deserves to start over Tim Boyle. Don't care. Look, we've seen Tim Boyle in 2 games. He's been terrible. Now it's time for David Blau to go against the number 2s instead of the number 3s instantly. How does he perform? That's important as well. Frog Crop dropping a super chat, $10. He just says, I want to say I'm so excited for football. Heard and listen to you all day and enjoy our One Pride lovers. Let's go, brothers. And I want to see our team fight for quarters. Well, thank you so much for that $10 super chat, Frog. Appreciate you. 100% with you. Want to see the fight. And that's what we seen last week. The team was down 20-0. Yes, we lost the game, but they fought back with David Blau and company. Man, exactly. Want to see that fight. Want to see that fight. We got 150 in the building. Let's get to 75 likes. I think it can get done for sure. Let's talk about outcome of this score really quick. And we're going to be talking about chatsports.com/betus. What is this? Well, this is betus.com. Make sure you guys go and check this out. The Detroit Lions are facing the Colts right now, and the Lions are a +2. The over and under looks to be at 33.5. So if you want to make some money, go to chatsports.com/bet. Promo code LIONS125, a 125% deposit bonus. That means you put in $100, you get to spend $125 in that betting. And hey, with a +2, you can make some money. It's better than a scratch-off ticket. Let's get to the questions, folks. Your time to run the show. It is your time. What is one question, Mark, you want to answer right now, just off the top of your head? One question you want to answer while people gets ready. Make sure you put a hashtag Lions, hashtag One Pride, hashtag some hashtag, so I can see it. I'm getting old, folks, and my eyes are not that great. That's how I know what a question. What's one question you want to answer real quick, Mark?
What's one question I want to ask?
Answer. Just something that's on your mind. You want to let the people know that we have not talked about.
I want to know where the pass rush is going to come from besides Romeo Okwara. How about that one, man? I know Romeo's going to be our main pass rush guy. You know, we brought in Charles Harris from Atlanta, former Miami Dolphin. I want to see who's going to be that guy. Is Julian going to be that guy? I don't know how much playing time he's going to get on tomorrow, but I'm assuming it's going to be a lot. So I want to know who's going to be our next pass rusher next to Romeo Okwara, because, we got Flowers out there as well, but he won't be playing tomorrow. So who's going to be the next pass rusher for the Detroit Lions besides Romeo Okwara?
Hey, Anthony, what's up, man? Appreciate you, seeing you during the stream, coming in here. If you got a question about your team, let us know. Hey, this is where you guys all run the show. You ask the question, we will get at it. And I'm going to throw this one to the Dern here. Who will make the backup offensive line? Because you're talking about offensive line from Alan Dana.
Nelson. I don't know if Skipper makes it unless something happens to someone else. I think Stenberg. I don't think they will keep both Evans. One will be the backup center. Let's see here. It's hard. Someone needs to step up from them as well. I saw Nelson be terrible last week. I don't know. Come back to me on that one.
Absolutely terrible. Look, I think Skipper should get it over Nelson. I think Nelson looked like cheeks. I think that, we can't have that. As our second and third strings, they need to step up. Stenberg,
We need Tyrell Crosby back.
Tyrell Crosby, 100%.
Yes.
He needs to get back being healthy, no doubt. I mean, that will be our main swing tackle for sure. And Tommy Kramer, I think he makes the practice squad as a guy there. I thought initially he would make the sorry. I thought he initially make the team, but it's not looking like that right now. Let's see, Lions week. 49ers have not decided to start a quarterback. Who would you rather face week 1, Garoppolo or Lance? Goff career, 49ers 3-5. I'd rather face Garoppolo. That's not even Garoppolo. Definitely don't want to face Trey Lance. What do you think about that, Antonio Hightower?
Oh, yeah, give me Garoppolo all day. I'm not trying to face Trey Lance. Trey Lance, while Garoppolo arguably might be the better quarterback right now, Trey Lance has made that offense so much more dynamic in the pass game and in the run game, because they're already a great running team. Now you add a quarterback who can do a lot of stuff in the run game. I'm not trying to face that.
I'm not trying to face that. I 100% agree. What about you, Dern? Lance or Garoppolo?
Definitely Garoppolo. We know who he is. We know what he does. And I don't want another rookie quarterback to beat us the first game of the year.
Mark, what say you?
I'd rather face Garoppolo as of right now, but Trey Lance is going to make mistakes because he's very young and he hasn't faced competition like this ever. You know what I mean? Even in college, he wasn't facing the biggest competition, but he is dynamic though. So Garoppolo.
No doubt. Jacob says, did you see Stenberg be nasty, Mark?
Yeah, man. I guess he had a couple of nice blocks in the Pittsburgh game that I seen. He didn't really make too many mistakes. He made one little mistake where he was trying to help out on, I forget who it was. I think it was Evan Brown. I think the center. He was trying to help him out, and he kind of messed up. But Stenberg was good out there for the most part. I think he won himself a spot, man, on this team. Hopefully.
Folks, if I do miss your question, just repost it. It's because it's flying very quick, and I got a log I'm hitting from. So just do that thing where you just send it back. You see the guy, Stafford, saying he wants to last 4-minute quarter moments? Well, honestly, man, I'm done with Stafford. He had his moments, and he decided to, go to the Rams for his moment. So hopefully he doesn't have a 4-minute winning moment a lot this year because we need those draft picks. Let's see. How do you think the Lions will do at home against the Colts? Again, score doesn't matter to me. I think they'll be fine with the backup role depending who the starting quarterback is. If it's Blau, we'll score. If it's Tim Boyle, I think we'll see us kind of trying to run through mud. Not a whole lot. Lions should Derek Barnes start tomorrow. Also, I want to see Cephas can do. I agree. I do think Derek Barnes should start tomorrow, and I do want to see what Cephas can do. We've only seen a little bit of him due to the fact of injuries throughout training camp. 100% agree with you, and I do think Cephas can take a step up for this upcoming season. Try and just get through these quick so I don't lose out. One pride, I don't see a tight end 3 on the roster. Elise can't block. Wright needs development. And does Kabinda fill that role? We snatch up. I think it's probably going to be Elise Mack unless they find somebody else that gets cut. What do you guys think about that number 3 position for the tight end spot? Mark Orem.
Yeah, I think it's wide open right now. I think Elise has a little bit of a leg up on Brock Wright. He doesn't block well, though. And I actually heard some rumblings today through Twitter that the Lions management might be looking for a tight end 3 on the waiver wire soon.
That's possible, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Anthony, one of my subscribers, says, talk about Bridgewater. Hey, I think Bridgewater is much better. Much better. I was never a fan of Drew Lock. I thought he was immature, not a good quarterback. I think he will stabilize your quarterback position. Antonio Hightower, what do you think about Teddy?
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, good quarterback. You know, he's not anything special. You can see why the teams are starting to pass on him because your offensive ceiling is probably never going to be that high. But with that said, Drew Lock is just so horrible. And even though Drew Lock brings so much more to the table when you're talking about athleticism and arm talent and being able to make throws, you know, he just doesn't. He can't consistently put it together enough to even be a starting quarterback for the Broncos.
And that's facts. Will Barnes start week 1? I'm going to go say yes. I'm going to go on a limb and say he starts week 1. What about you, Mark Orem?
I definitely think so. I think he's earned the right. And, I definitely want to see him out there banging some heads.
Dern, does he start week 1?
I want him to, but no, I don't think he will.
Tone, yes or no?
No.
Okay, so we got 2 yes, 2 no, 50-50. Do you think they cut Nick Williams? He has missed a whole lot of camp. I don't think so. I don't think they're going to cut Nick Williams. I think he's going to stay here. He took a pay cut to stay with the Detroit Lions, and I think that's going to be the case. Just do a quick one here. Antonio, why or yes or no, does he get cut?
I don't think he gets cut.
Dern.
No.
Mark.
No, I don't think Nick Williams gets cut, no.
4 people think he stays on the team. Do you think that we will pick up a linebacker when the team cuts players? I hope so.
Very possible.
I hope so. I don't know, but I hope so. Antonio Hightower, we got 2 yeses. We got an I hope so. What do you think?
Yes, but I don't think it's going to be anybody promising.
That sucks, man.
We need a safety.
We do need a safety. We definitely need a safety. Let's see. Hashtag Mike Detroit. Mike, it's so funny how many people just assume this team will be awful. I hope people like Antonio Sourtower. First off, that is I love that name, Sourtower.
Holy.
I think that may be the best nickname of all time for Antonio Hightower. What do you think, Sourtower?
Oh, that got me a new nickname.
I know.
New nickname. Go next to free agent.
I love it, man. You guys are freaking hilarious. Look, on my channel, I believe everyone has an opinion. I do believe in the First Amendment, and we can agree to disagree. That's perfectly fine. We all have an opinion, and hey, that's why this channel is basically your guys' channel. It's not my channel. I don't call this my channel. I call it your channel. That's why we like to talk, and you guys tell me what you guys think. You run it. You talk about it. My opinion, these guys' opinions, we're just one person. Y'all are the same, so your opinions is equal as to ours. Let's see. What do you think who do you think makes the team because of special teams? Jalen Reeves-Maybin, I think he makes it. Khalif Raymond, but I also think he does it versus wide receiver as well. And Bullock, I think he'll be our kicker. Obviously, the GOAT, Jack Fox. What about you, Dern?
Just strictly because of special teams, Jerry Jacobs might get a shot. I think he's on the roster bubble, probably a practice squad though.
I like Jerry Jacobs. Yeah. You know, when he got him as an undrafted rookie, I said keep an eye on Jerry Jacobs. That's the one guy I said keep an eye on him and Tommy Kramer. I like them too. What about you, Antonio Sourtower?
I guess the main guy I'm going to go with is, like Mike said, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Of course, Jerry Jacobs. Those probably be the two main guys I think would make it because of special teams.
Okay. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, keep an eye on Tom Kennedy because they're really trying to get him on the field right now. They're trying to throw him on different special teams units, and keep an eye on Bobby Price too as one of the gunners on a special team. He's another guy that could make it solely because of special teams.
Hashtag did they cut Chad Hansen?
Yes.
They cut him a while ago, didn't they?
A while ago, a couple weeks ago, I think. Yeah. He's gone.
Why is DC high on Boyle? Dan Campbell, he sucks. So he don't like Boyle. Look, Boyle does have a very strong arm, and I'm going to say this, like his arm is very strong. He can throw a really solid football. If you see him, he may have the strongest arm on this team when it comes to compared to Jared Goff and David Blau. The issue with him right now is accuracy. He's been inaccurate. If he can just be accurate with that strong arm, he would be solid. But right now, man, golly, man. You know, you got to be accurate, Antonio Hightower. You have to be accurate.
Yeah, you definitely do, especially at quarterback. Quarterback is a lot about accuracy. I think we forget that sometimes, but he just doesn't. He just not doing much right now. I don't know why DC's so high on him. I still don't know why Tobias here. I don't know why there's a lot of things, but I think we about to find out some stuff after this next preseason game.
You know, again, like I said, there's questions out there that may never get answered. What is Pluto? Is it a dog, or is it a like what is it?
Dwarf.
Like we really don't. There's things out there that may never get answered. And Tavai on this football team, why is he here? I don't know. Big West says, is Antonio always this happy? He is the most enthusiastic man on the planet. When I say, how's it going? He goes, what's up, guys? Every day. So are you Are you this happy, Antonio Hightower?
Just getting out of
no, this is a rarity to me. Ironically, I did just take a shower before the show. But, yeah, this is a rarity for me to be this happy. Can't wait to see my players, my favorite players, Sue, all these guys, these are my favorite players in the world. Can't wait to see this #1 overall pick, too, finally get us some superstars.
I don't think we're going to be the #1 pick. That's for sure. You think of the #1 pick, Houston, Texas, to me, look like the #1 pick. Has the preseason changed your record prediction? I love this question by Dunamos. Has it changed your record, Mark?
Dunamis.
No, absolutely not. It hasn't changed my record prediction. We don't see the #1s out there enough. So, you know what I mean? It's just it's all about team evaluating, and I'm still sticking with my 5-12. We're building.
Dern, has it changed?
No, I still have anywhere from 4 to 7 wins. Those are all toss-ups, though.
Antonio Hightower. Now, I think you said 0-17. Has it changed?
It's gone up 1.
Yeah, I'll bump it up to 3-14, leaning 2-15.
Wow, man! David Blau showed some stuff to make him move that. Randy Daniels says, Antonio, would you rather have 17-0 season and lose in the first round, or get to the Super Bowl and lose with 30 seconds left? Oh, that would suck. You know what? What would you do? What would you rather do? Lose in the first round or lose in the Super Bowl with 30 seconds left?
Give me Super Bowl, man. We haven't made the Super Bowl in ever.
I'm taking Super
that
Bowl.
That alone is just better for us. Like, man,
100%.
This streak is just crazy.
100%. Hey, I'm with you, man. Everybody answer this question. I'm taking Super Bowl loss with 30 seconds. Why? Because we've never been to a Super Bowl. I would not want to go 17-0 and then pull a Matthew Stafford and lose in the playoffs. I'm not wanting to do that, man. That would be gut-wrenching. I'd rather have, at least win a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? At least win a playoff game.
Shots fired.
Imagine how fun 17-0 would be, though. Imagine how fun that ride would be. 17-0.
It would be real
That'd be
fun.
A fun ride, boys.
But you want to know it's like, I guess it'd be like taking acid or something like that.
Then you get to the playoffs and you get that daily.
You get on that ride, but when it ends, it's hitting a brick wall, man.
It's a brick wall, man. You're very tired. Yeah.
The only argument I would have. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
The only argument I would have against that is we went 0-16. So how cool would it be for 17-0? I don't know.
Yeah.
I would still choose Super Bowl.
I know. That'd be crazy. Yeah.
Let's see. Sure. You being a Lions head coach, what your strategy versus San Francisco 49ers strong D? Hold up. I know it says stout D, but I got to do strong D.
I'm giving her a D, man. A strong D.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to run that freaking football, and I'm going to run it some more. That is my strategy, and I'm going to run that freaking football. Come hell or hot water, we're running the football, Mark. What's your strategy?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man, because you want those D linemen. You want guys like Nick Bosa. You want them a little bit calm. You don't want them pinning their ears back and coming after your quarterback. So you better have a run game down against the San Francisco 49ers. If not, we're going to be in a world of hurt, man. For sure.
This is a great – I think this is more of a statement than a question, but Dixie Normus –
That's a great – he's back!
He's the greatest Dixie name Normus. Of all time from Dixie Normus. Says, I know you want Jelani Tavai to make this team. Let's be honest. I want him to make this team like I want my teeth pulled out of my mouth right now. That's how much I want him to make this team. I do not want him making this team. I don't know what's going to happen. If he makes this 53, I may have to do a reaction video, and it's not going to be pretty. I don't want him making this team. He doesn't deserve to make this team. I'm tired of seeing him be terrible on this defense. What about you, Antonio Hightower? Do you want to see him make this team?
Oh, yeah, because he makes my record predictions look a lot better.
He
makes a team, and if he gets some playing time, he makes my record prediction looks a lot better. Now, outside of that, no. But, priorities. But he helps us win. He helps us get the number 1 overall pick.
That's terrible. That's terrible. You think we should trade for Thomas if he's available, Dern? Should we trade for...
No.
Oh, no.
Why am I going to give up... Yeah, why am I going to spend all that money? Why am I going to spend all that money and like a first-round draft pick plus more for a guy that can't stay healthy for one and seems like a total diva? We said no to Odell Beckham. We said no to a bunch of guys. So why are we trading a lot of assets for a Michael Thomas? That doesn't make sense.
Look, man, I don't think. Read my question. You're gonna have to repost it. I went past it. If I didn't read your question, you got to do a hashtag, and that's how I see it. If I miss it, it's not on purpose. It just happens that way. So sorry, guys, if I missed your question. Just repost it. Copy and paste that bad boy. You don't need to spam in there and just put it 50 times. Just copy and repost it. I wouldn't take Michael Thomas. I'm not a fan right now of trading of draft assets. If we can trade player v. player, I'm perfectly fine with that. If some team wanted Jelani Tavai and we can get said wide receiver, I'm for it. Love how you skipped over my totally valid question. It is not on purpose, folks. I have to go. It is not on purpose. I'm telling you right now, it's difficult.
Guys. Not on purpose.
Salute to 12 service members we lost today, thinking of their families. I did not hear about that at all.
Yeah,
so sad. I just got out of work, so I have no idea what happened. I'll have to check the news on that. for sure. What came first, the strong D or the strong arm?
Oh, man.
Well,
Wow.
to make a
That's an
strong
all-defense
D, you
situation.
got to have a strong arm in preparation of the strong D. You got to get that arm very strong. So I'd say, the chicken and the egg, it's that type of question, but I'll say strong arm. Strong arm.
Or
What's
does the
going on
arm
there,
get
Spirit of
strong
Detroit?
while you get the strong D?
Okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Make sure you subscribe to Spirit of Detroit podcast by Avery Giovanni. Very good stuff there. No doubt about it. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Dixie Normus says, laughing out loud. Let's see, 147 watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We are, looks to be around 18 away from 100. I see your question now. So sorry about that getting completely messed up. Can we trade Tavai to the Patriots? We probably could. Maybe the Patriots would take him. Who knows? It just depends on if Pat Matricia, does he want him? He does have a little bit of influence, I'm sure, on that regime still, even though that he is he just sits behind a desk and does nothing. Would you think that the Patriots would trade for Jelani Tavai? Mark?
Do I? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Just like you said, Mike, it's Patricia's guy. Why not make a call? Why not make a call so you can get a 6th or 7th round pick for him? I really don't think so, though. Not at this point.
Let's see. Dixie Normus says that Tavai is hot garbage. I agree with you. Definitely having fun there. Split with the Vikings and Bears. Get 2 upsets when resting our starters. The King, he's saying we get 4 wins there. Seattle Seahawks fan. Can we trade Tavai? Already said that. Hashtag Goff Stats 21. Predictions. I say 3,200 yards passing. No, you know what? Maybe 3,000 yards passing. 32 to 3,000 and 3,200, something in there. 23 touchdowns, 212 interceptions. Antonio Hightower, Goff, stats, go.
3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, 20 interceptions.
Okay. Dang, that's a lot of INTs. Dern, what say you?
I'm going to go around 3,250, 3,300 yards. I would say around 25 TDs. And I'm going to go with 11 ints.
Mark Oram.
Yeah, I'm going to say about 3,500 yards as well. Maybe 27 touchdowns and 16, 17 picks.
What is your worst free agent signing for the Lions this year? Worst free agent signing? I would have to say it would be Quint Dunbar. He didn't even, he's already been off the team. We cut him a while ago. I know a lot of people thought he could potentially compete for Amani Oruwariye to make that spot. What about you, Dern? What's your worst free agent signing?
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you. I was one of those guys hoping that AG and Pleasant could make him back to his glory, but yeah, I agree with you.
What about you, Antonio Hightower?
I guess I gotta go with Quentin Dunbar, who, I never thought was gonna be good anyway. Remember, some people told me he's gonna be better than Okudah, but hey, listen, look how that worked out. But definitely going with Quentin Dunbar right now, although Shad Perriman is a close second.
Mark Oram, who is your bad one that we picked up?
Yeah, Dunbar is obviously the number one, but Rashad Perriman I thought was an awful pickup.
We got a question from Randy Daniels. Who is your Mount Rushmore of tight ends and linebackers, Mark? Who is your Mount Rushmore?
Of all time? All-time tight ends? All-time? Okay.
I would just do of the people right now in this season. We'll go this year.
Okay. I'll go tight ends. I'll say Kelsey, Kittle.
Yep.
Kelsey, Kittle, Hawkinson. I don't want to say Pitts already, but Zach Ertz, and then there's just 4 of them, right? So there. And then linebackers, it's linebackers. Oh, man, there's a lot of good ones. Fred Warner's out there.
Mhm.
He's another good one. Man, the best linebackers. I don't know. Bobby Wagner. I don't know, man.
You know what I'm going to throw in
kinda
there, man?
stuck.
Darren Waller.
Did-
This dude's a beast
Yep.
of a tight end.
Oh, yeah,
man.
Darren Waller. What did I
Darren
forget?
Waller's a
Yeah.
monster, bro. I'm going to throw him in there. And
Seems like
that's for
him
you
is different.
fantasy gurus, you Lions fans out there. These some of the tight ends you probably want to look at. And again, if you're in my fantasy league, don't take TJ Hawkinson. He's going to be my guy. I feel like he's going to be thrown a lot. But if you're not in my league, go ahead and take him. Who do you... Hashtag, do you think we could get a bag of old footballs for Tavai Dern?
I said a 7th round pick and a bag of chips before, so I guess so.
Okay, a bag of old footballs, depending if they're signed or not, depending on who signed them. If they got signatures from quality players, as a matter of fact, if they got signatures from practice squad players, I'd say no. But if, they're flat and they got no sign, there's no value to it, possibly. Prediction for our first game from Frog Freaking Crop. Mark Oram, what is your prediction? Lions versus 49ers.
I think the spread's like 7 or something like that right now, isn't it? I'm going to say we're going to lose, I'll say 30 to 24.
Okay, yeah, the spread that last time I seen it was 30. Let me see. While I go to Dern, what is your prediction for the Lions game week 1? While I do that, I'll look for the spread for you guys.
24-23 Detroit.
Okay, what do you got, Antonio Hightower, for the week 1 game?
Now I got a close one, 34-20 49ers win.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm looking at the spread right now, and it is very, very rough for the Lions. The spread right now is 7.5 for Lions of losing, plus 7.5, and the over and under is 45. So if you guys like to make some bets, go to chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Lions125. Lions promo 125. I don't know how I'd want to bet on this game. I think the Lions will cover the spread. I do have us losing this game, though. But 7.5 is quite a bit for a game. And, if Garoppolo is the quarterback, I don't think that it's going to get that high. Depending, though, we got to see who the quarterback is going to be. If Garoppolo's the quarterback, I don't see it being that high, and I would probably bet the Lions' way, but I would have the Lions losing that game for sure. I do have the Lions losing that game, but wait till the quarterback comes out to make a bet. Let's wait till we see who is going to be under center for the San Francisco 49ers. Do you think that Valenti from 97 won the ticket is a douchebag?
Yep.
So we got the answer there from
Yeah.
Dern. What do you say,
Yep.
Antonio Hightower?
I'm going to go to clean sweep and say yes.
What about you, Mark?
100% yes. A big time douchebag.
I don't think he's a D-bag, man. I think, look, he's an entertainer who entertains. He's got to get the fan base riled up. How do you do that? By being controversial. That's kind of what I think it is, in all honesty. Do I agree with a lot of what he says?
D-bag.
What's that?
So an entertaining D-bag. Got it.
I just say he's an entertainer who wants to entertain his audience. Folks, we have been on for nearly an hour and 15 minutes, and this is where we do our final words. Before we do that, though, again, tomorrow night, I will be live for the Lions vs. Colts live watch party. Jump on my channel. It's going to be absolutely fun. Doesn't matter what fan base you are. We got fans from all over, not even Lions fans or Colts fans, I'm sure. Denver Broncos, Seattle Seahawks fans. We're going to have a great time. Make sure you guys are there for tomorrow night's live watch party. Also, smash that like button. We're at 93. Let's get to 100 likes in this stream. We're going to go to Antonio Hightower. What do you got to say to the folks when we close this bad boy out?
It's great coming here with you guys. Can't wait for this football season to start. It's going to be such a great season. Lions going to have a great record. Can't wait to see our future right guard, Logan Stenberg. It's going to be a great season. Sour Tower out.
Sour Tower is out, and disregard who he thinks the guard is going to be. Antonio Hightower, he's always the negative guy. But Dern, what do you got to say to the folks? We close this bad boy out.
Did he just say Stenberg's going to be the right guard?
He said Penei Sewell.
Oh, get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been a while since I've been on. Appreciate it, as always. It was really fun. Hopefully I can join more again. I barely made it. Finally got off of work. This season might be rough, guys. Let's strap in.
Strap in, boys. It may be rough. Anthony, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely see you tomorrow. You've been showing up and having a great time for sure. Mark Oram from Orum's Forum, what do you got to say to the folks? Tell them about your channel as well, what you do on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Matt. Mike, for having me at OPP. It's awesome, man. ISN rocks. Thank you to everybody in the chat, man. It was great. The questions were awesome. Yeah, guys, every Tuesday I do a show called Orum's Den. We talk Lions football, obviously. We talk football in general. It's fun. We do a chat and all that stuff. It's good times. This Tuesday I won't be available, though, or next. But I got some things going on. But, it was great. Go Lions. Stay healthy tomorrow, Detroit Lions. We got some good battles going on tomorrow, so keep an eye on that.
Appreciate everybody stopping out. Great show, great questions. Awesome subscribers. You guys are killing it, and I appreciate everybody coming out. Hey, even Anthony's not a Lions fan, but that's okay. That's what it's all about, is talking about NFL and having a hell of a time doing so. Again, make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. We're 3 away from 100. Great showing tomorrow night. Again, tomorrow night is the final preseason game where we get to see who's going to make this team. Expect a video to drop immediately after the stream, Saturday morning. Another video drop on Sunday. I'll be doing predictions, who I think will make the final 53. And then obviously, when we do cut down, get ready for all the Lions news and rumors. Good luck, the King. Hey, appreciate you coming in. Madness, Bryce, everybody. Great panel again, 9 drinks. Appreciate you. Orum's Den, the GOAT. It is Madness Show. With that said, folks, I'm going to leave you with the greatest words ever spoken. Adios. Have a fantastic weekend.